562-355-2302. That's 562-355-2302.
The injured Mountie down in the field was Joe Coop. Good sign for the Mounties. He was able to walk off of the field on his own power. He's a big offensive lineman. Out of the timeout, complete pass to the far side of the field. Gilchrist breaking tackles is inside the Fullerton College 5-yard line down to the 3. First and goal for Mount Sac just like that out of the timeout.
Well, Gilchrist just really using his length there, 6'6" frame, and he was trying to stretch for the end zone. Came up short and spinning out of bounds there. Right inside the 5-yard line, make it at the 3-yard line, Chris.
The last time the Mounties had a first and goal, they were only able to come away with a field goal. Looking for a touchdown here. Allo, jump ball, back of the end zone, incomplete. And there's the penalty marker, an obvious pass interference call against Fullerton College. It'll move the ball half the distance to the goal, and it'll be a first and goal for the Mounties inside the Hornet 2.
Steele really had no chance on that play, and his only option was to hold him by the waist. And
that might be a good penalty to take if you're Fullerton, because Gilchrist would have been wide open for a second touchdown of the afternoon.
Yeah, and that would have been the second blown coverage on this drive for Fullerton College's defense. So he did what he did to make sure there was no play on that throw there by Allo.
Brian, outside of the 3 and out for Mount Sac, how impressive has this offense been today?
Well, Allo just looks comfortable. And if you give him time, he's going to utilize his weapons on the outside.
First and goal from inside the 2. Handoff. Tolbert, lots of room. He'll walk into the end zone to the far side of the field. Touchdown, Mounties.
And Tolbert really using his blocking there, and they did a great job. Brandon Wilson was part of that power package near the goal line for the Mounties, and Tolbert just danced his way into the end zone for another 6 points for the Mounties.
So with 13 minutes and 20 seconds remaining in the first half, the Mounties add on to that lead. Alberto Villarreal will come on in to attempt the extra point for Mount Sac, and he'll get it to go. 17-3, the Mounties lead with 13:20 remaining in the second quarter. 4 offensive possessions, and the Mounties, on 3 of them, have found a way to put points up on the scoreboard against a very good Fullerton College defense.
Yeah, and Fullerton College right now just, getting worn out by the offense. And it's all because of Allo, and he's finding these pockets that they're providing for these Mounties receivers and playing a little zone coverage, finding these little pockets of passing area for Allo. And with their frame at 6'4" and 6'6", majority of his receivers are over 6 foot. And then the run game, too, has still not been a big threat to the Fullerton College defense. But if Tolbert keeps doing what he's doing, which has been effective on minimal carries here so far in the game, that can really just keep the passing lanes open for Allo.
A lot of controversy throughout the week as to whether or not the Mounties should be in the postseason. Through a quarter and a minute and 40 seconds, they certainly look like they deserve to be in the playoffs. Alberto Villarreal will kick this one deep. It'll be Aron Maxwell who will take it across the 15, now across the 20 to the 22-yard line. So that's where Verhey and the Hornet offense will start. The Mounties, by sheer percentage points, like I said in the open, by the skin of their teeth, per se, making it into the postseason. And look, they're not going to let this opportunity slip away.
No doubt about it. And it doesn't matter how you got in, you're in. And
they deserve to be in. So does Long Beach. Just unfortunately, the format is the way it is, and Long Beach wasn't able to find a way to get into the postseason. Instead, they had to settle for the Beach Bowl against Golden State.
A little sweet redemption.
Golden West.
A little sweet redemption, though, for the Mounties as Long Beach is on the outside looking in.
I think the Mounties deserve the nod, though.
Absolutely, but no contention here for Long Beach City for the state championship.
First and 10 for Fullerton from their own 23-yard line, and I believe it's going to be a delay of game against the Hornets, and sure enough it will be. It'll back them up 5 yards inside their own 20 to their 18-yard line. 17-3 Mount Sac. 13:15 remaining in the first half from Chappelle Stadium in Yorba Linda, California. Can you believe this is a high school field?
It's beautiful here, and it's only 5 years old, and this facility that they have, I mean, I'm looking behind us at home of the Mustangs, and it looks like a freaking hotel on the Vegas Strip.
We can only hope that the new Hilmer Lodge Stadium is somewhere close to as nice as this place is, as Verhey will complete it over the middle. That's a big man who just caught that football for Fullerton College ahead to the 30-yard line for the Hornets. It was number 86, Devontae Betts, who stands at 6'3", 270 pounds, who caught the pass, and that's a pickup of close to 10 yards. It'll bring up a 2nd and 4 for Fullerton College. Second down for the Hornets from their own 30-yard line. Two receivers split out to the far side of the field. None lined up to the near side. The snap is back, and finally a handoff to a running back, and a big hole up the middle. This is the leading rusher for Fullerton College, Khalil Wilson, across the 40 to the 43-yard line to pick up a first down for Fullerton College.
The leading rusher, Khalil Wilson, 93 carries, 481 yards. He's only found the end zone twice, but a very effective runner. He's using his big frame there and really plowing through that defensive line on that last carry of Mount Sac.
Picked up 13 yards there. He averages 5.2 yards per carry. Two back set here for the Hornets. Two wide out split out to the far side of the field. For Hay to throw, under duress, he'll dump one off to Wilson out of the backfield, but there are the Mounties to bring him down for a loss of 2.
That was all courtesy of Anua Paleo, a 5'11 defensive tackle, got to Verhey and made him throw really not. He didn't have his feet set there on that last throw, Chris. I watched him try and set his feet down.
A lot of quarterbacks aren't able to set their feet when the Mounties bring the pressure like that.
And that's what they did, and that forced not only a bad throw, but a minimal gain there for Fullerton College.
Loss of about 1.5 yards on the play. Credit Joseph Bryant with the tackle for loss there. Empty backfield here for Fullerton. 5 wide set. Verhey under duress again. He'll dump one off once again. Out of the backfield, it was Clayton Smith this time, and the Mounties, once again, I hate to keep saying once again, but the Mounties seem to do it just about on every single play. A tackle for loss, and it was Tyquan Glass for a loss of 4. It'll bring up a 3rd and long for Fullerton College at their own 37.
That was Sully Tamavena on that tackle there, Chris. And
Sully
did a fantastic job wrapping up the Hornet on that last pass attempt, if you want to call it, and making sure he had nowhere to go.
I think it was a bad thing that it was a completion. Should have just let that one drop to the turf. 3rd and 16 for Fullerton College. Verhey under pressure. He'll roll to the near side of the field, and he's going down in the backfield for another loss of 7. And for Mount Sac, it was Eliasowani Aluesi in the backfield to bring him down, and Fullerton College will be forced to punt. The Mountie defense, you can't say enough about them, Brian Tabajay.
Well, at 6'7", 265, he is quite the guy that runs off the line pretty fast at no pace, and he went right around his blocker and just got to the quarterback fast and easy.
17-3, the Mounties lead, and they're going to get the football back with 10 minutes left to go here in the first half. Casey Iman will punt from inside his own 20. High snap, barely gets it off. And back deep to get it for the Mounties, it's Aaron Vons, and he'll just let it hop on inside the 35-yard line down to the 33. So a good punt from Casey Iman. And the Mounties, who lead by 14 with 9:53 remaining in the second quarter, will start their 5th offensive drive of the afternoon from their own 33-yard line. And I know it's early, Brian, and I know Fullerton College, the defending Southern California champions, they're the home team in this one, but I'd say you need a defensive stop here.
Yeah, and I was just going to say, if the Mounties punch another one in before this half
an early dagger,
it'll be pretty difficult with what Mount Sac has done defensively all season long, which is really rank in the top rankings in the Central Division in defensive statistics.
1st and 10 here for the Mounties, and the give will go to Amaris Tolbert, who's stacked up at the line of scrimmage for no gain. And let's face it, in this contest against Fullerton's beefy defensive line, that's not the game plan for the Mounties to run the football.
No.
And you can see why early on. Amaris Tolbert not getting a whole lot.
He was effective in the first quarter, very
limited.
I would say his first 3 carries or so. And Allo looking to see if he can utilize one of his receivers here.
It's a play action on a 2nd and 10. Allo going deep. Derek Macon catches the football inside the 25, all the way down to the 20-yard line.
Derek Macon just going one-on-one And right when I say if he can utilize one of his receivers on the outside, his one-on-one coverage, a straight go route down the field, and he catches a big completion here for a Mounties first down.
And what a catch, fully extended. Derek Macon looking like an outfielder robbing a batter of a hit. Now it's 1st and 10. The Mounties down at the Fullerton College 22. Delayed handoff. Omaris Tolbert, he's not getting much running the football. Maybe picks up one. But boy, oh boy, what a catch for Derek Macon.
Macon just utilizing his speed and length. Like you said, he had to stretch out pretty far there on that last catch and securing that ball, making sure he didn't fumble the ball after it hit the ground.
17-3 Mount Sac, 8:45 remaining in the first half. 2nd and 9 for the Mounties at the Fullerton College 21. Snap is back, Allo to throw. Anderson can't hang on to the football, and a late penalty marker, and another one will fly in, and probably going to be a pass interference against Fullerton College. On the coverage there for the Hornets, it was Tim Roberts, the 6'1 freshman DB out of Hahnville, Louisiana.
Louisiana? Well, you know, it just shows that the size on the outside for the Mounties really affects how you play.
Well, how about the size of this wide receiver core, you know, as a group? You look at Derek Macon, 6'4", Gilchrist is 6'6", Anderson 6'3". So much size for the Mounties offensively at the wideout position. You're not going to be able to stop all three of them.
No, and that's why Allo has been so effective all season long, really just picking out of his first top three options when they're in the red zone. And right here, they're trying to punch another one in before the half ends.
After the PI, 1st and 10 for the Mounties from the Fullerton College 12. Bubble screen to the far side of the field, and Aaron Vaughns can't hang on to the football. Incomplete. Chris Jeffrey was there in coverage to make sure Aaron Vaughns heard some footsteps there, causing him to drop the football. 2nd and 10. Mounties a 17-3 lead here on the road in round one of the SCFA playoffs. Winner of this one will take on the winner of Ventura and Riverside. Those two teams play later on tonight at 6 p.m. You can catch that broadcast right here on Spreaker.com/National Sports. 2nd and 10 from the 12. Allo takes a shot towards the end zone and a leaping attempt from Derek Macon, but he can't come down with the football. Incomplete.
And boy, did he climb the ladder on that catch attempt there, Macon. He was pretty high up and unfortunately went right through his hands and fell to the ground for an incomplete pass.
Now Fullerton College has a chance to get a big stop defensively and hold the Mounties to potentially 3 points, which would keep it at a two-possession game. 17-3 as it is right now. Excuse me, that would make it a three-possession game. I'm just all over the place with my math. Allo under duress. He'll roll far side of the field. Throw towards the end zone. Did Simpson get the foot down? No, he did not. Simpson can't believe the call, and I don't blame him. But the official to the far side of the field near the end zone will rule the pass incomplete. And it'll bring up 4th down for Mount Sac. Coach Jastrab takes off the hat, and you know what that means. He's not very happy with the call.
Well, the referee was right on the spot there. No one had better position than the referee at that particular play. And, you know, apparently he thinks he made the right call. And from up here, of course, we would like him to signal for a touchdown. But nonetheless, they're in for a field goal attempt here.
17-3, the Mounties lead. A field goal would make it a three-possession game. You learn something new every day, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
17-3 as it is, 8:20 remaining first half. It's a 29-yard attempt for Villarreal. He already got one from 24 early on, and this one good as well. So Alberto Villarreal gives the Mounties a 17-point advantage at 20-3 with 8:16 remaining in the first half of action. Chris Sylvester alongside Brian Tabajay for the Mountie Football Radio Network. And the Mounties, 5 offensive possessions. On 4 of them, they've come away with points.
That's all you can ask for. If you're Coach Jabs, you have to be. I mean, obviously, it should have been ran a little bit, you know, early on in that first quarter where they burned a couple timeouts in a row. You know, coming out of a timeout and burning one is probably the most frustrating part.
Yeah.
But they're still putting points on the board. And 4 out of 5 on your first 5 drives is not too bad for the Mounties.
Especially for round one of the playoffs against the defending Southern California champions. Let's not forget, though, this is a Fullerton College team that will certainly be a force to be reckoned with next year.